Hello everyone, what's up? Let's discuss preposition in, on, at. Let's take a look at in first. We use in to talk about periods of time, general periods of time. For example, in the past, in the present, in the future. We also use in to talk about years. I mean individual years, for example, 1991. We also use in to talk about seasons, for example, in winter, in summer. We also use in to talk about months, in July, in September. Finally, we use in to talk about parts, general parts of days, for example, in the afternoon, in the evening. So I think that's clear. Let's move on to on. On, it's much more specific, but not as specific as at. So we use on to talk about dates. On the 10th of June, on the 4th of September. Now we use on to talk about holidays that include the word day. For example, on Mother's Day, on New Year's Day. We also use on to talk about days of the week. On Monday, on Friday. We also use on for days of the month. On the 4th of July. On the first day of September. Now, let's move on to at. It's the most specific preposition. We use at to talk about specific time. For example, at 10 a.m., at 3 o'clock, at the moment, right now. Let's move on to talk about in, on, at as a preposition of a place. As I said before, they follow the same rule. In is general, on is in the middle, and at is more specific. So we use in to talk about countries. For example, I am in Jordan. He is in England. We also use in for enclosed spaces. For example, in a taxi, in a house, in a car. Let's move on to on. We use on to talk about surfaces, on the floor, on the ceiling. We also use on for communication and media. For example, on the TV, on the internet. Now, at, very specific. We use at to talk about specific location. For example, I am at the bus stop. That's all.